Well, greetings. I'm Pastor Milton Wren Jr., Senior Pastor of Kingdom Builders, Birmingham, and I'm excited that you've joined in on the Kingdom Experience. Happy Mother's Day. That's right. Happy Mother's Day from my wife and the members of Kingdom Builders to you. It's an honor for us to be able to come into your homes, your jobs, wherever you may be, just to share the gospel of Jesus Christ. This is your day. To all the moms, we salute you. I'm convinced that you are the wind beneath our wings. I want to say this to you. If your mom is still living, you're blessed. Thank God for her every day, whether you call, text, do something, not just today, but more importantly today, to let her know how important she is. And then if you're one of the ones that say, Pastor, unfortunately my mom is not here. So I'm sure you're going through a plethora of emotions. That emotional roller coaster has you up and down. And that's totally understandable, because there's no love like a mother's love. I'm convinced that when Jesus was dying on the cross, it blessed me because he stops dying. He stops the process of dying to make sure that the one that gave birth to him was taken care of. He looked at someone, one of his closest disciples, and says to him, behold your mother. And he tells her, behold your son. I placed you in hands of somebody that would love you and care for you just like I would. I want to say this to you. Today is being Mother's Day. We decided to do something a little bit different today. You're gonna experience a little Shirley Caesar. Might have a little Tupac in there. Got a little Carrie Underwood in there. But there are gonna be a wide range, a variety of different things that would take place today. But we had our pre-Mother's Day service yesterday. We came together for Muffins with Mom. Lady Wren blessed us, all of the ladies of Kingdom Builders, and even our community. We're grateful for the ladies here at Kingdom Builders. And we decided today to just kind of sit around with some of the moms. That's right, we have a panel today of single moms, divorced moms, moms that have grown kids, that have raised that has a blended family. So you get an opportunity to sit in as we've gathered questions on Facebook and Instagram. We're going to talk about those today from a mother's perspective. And I pray that it blesses you as it's going to bless us. So today is a little different. It's our Chat and Chew, the Mother's Day edition. And I'm excited. I am thankful that you tuned in on this day and celebrate your mom if she's around. You're blessed. If she's gone on to heaven, you are blessed because you have the memories that she left with you. I'm grateful. I'll be back in just a moment. But as we honor moms today, why don't you tag somebody? Share the video with somebody. Let them know the Kingdom Experience is on. And we're getting ready to go inside of KBB. Mother's Day edition. Chat and Chew. Let's go inside.
When I was young, me and my mama had beef. 17 years old, kicked out on the streets. Though back at the time, I never thought I'd see her face. Ain't a woman alive that could take my mama's place. Suspended from school, I'm scared to go home. I was a fool with the big boys, breaking all the rules. Shed tears with my baby sister. Over the years, we was poor than other little kids. And even though we had different daddies, the same drama when things went wrong, we blame mama. I reminisce on the stress I caused. It was hell, hugging on my mama from a jail cell. Who thinking elementary? Hey, I see the penitentiary one day. Running from the police, that's right. Mama catch me, put a whooping to my backside. And even as a crack fiend, mama, you always was a black queen, mama. I finally understand, for a woman it ain't easy trying to raise a man. You always was committed, a poor single mother on welfare. Tell me how you did it, there's no way I can pay you back. But the plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it. Don't you know we love you, sweet dear mama. Please, no one above you, sweet. You all appreciate it. Don't you know we love you. Now ain't nobody tell us it was fair. No love from my daddy, cause the coward wasn't there. He passed away and I didn't cry, cause my anger wouldn't let me feel for a stranger. They say I'm wrong and I'm heartless, but all along I was looking for a father, he was gone. I hung around with the thugs, and even though they sold drugs, they showed a young brother love. I moved out and started really hanging. I needed money of my own, so I started slanging. I ain't guilty, cause even though I sell rocks, it feels good putting money in your mailbox. I love paying rent when the rent's due. I hope you got the diamond necklace that I sent to you. Cause when I was low, you was there for me. You never left me alone because you cared for me. And I can see you coming home after work late. You're in the kitchen trying to fix us a hot plate. You're just working with the scraps you was given. And mama made miracles every Thanksgiving. But now the road got rough, you're alone. You're trying to raise 2 bad kids on your own. And there's no way I can pay you back. But my plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it.
Don't you know we love you, sweet
and dear mama,
place no one above you, sweet.
You all appreciate it.
Don't you know we love you.
Pour out some liquor and I reminisce. Cause through the drama I can always depend on my mama. And when it seems that I'm hopeless, you say the words that can get me back in focus. When I was sick as a little kid, to keep me happy there's no limit to the things you did. And all my childhood memories are full of all the sweet things you did for me. And even though I act crazy, I gotta thank the Lord that you made me. There are no words that can express how I feel. You never kept a secret, always stayed real. And I appreciate how you raised me and all the extra love that you gave me.
Well, greetings. Once again, I am excited that you tuned in to Mother's Day edition of Chat and Chew here at Kingdom Builders. It's an honor for me to be able to come into your homes, but I want to share something with you on this special day. This is Mother's Day. But the story is told in the Old Testament in Kings about the prophet. We all know the story very well. A young man was out in the field working with his dad. And then he cries out and says, "Father, my head, my head." And notice what the father does. He didn't tell him, "Boy, go sit down, go get some Kool-Aid, you'll be all right, you're trying to run from work." He knew that he was dealing with the problem that only one person could fix. He says to this young man, "Go home to your mom." He goes home to his mom, and we all know the story, that he passes out and he's dead. This was the child that the prophet spoke about. The prophet came to her and prophesied him. And here is what happens. This woman didn't accept her child's fate as being dead, and that was it. The Bible says she saddled up an ass, got the servants together, and says, "Don't stop till we get to the man of God." She goes to the man of God and catches him. The man of God asks her one question: "Is everything okay?" She says, "It is well," to the other people. But to the man of God, she went to him and told him, "Listen, I told you, don't fool me. Don't tell me something. Don't tell me I'm going to have a child. You knew my situation. We had been trying and trying. And then all of a sudden I get pregnant. You tell me this only for God to take the very child that was prophesied to us." She was upset. You can imagine the amalgam of emotions that was running through her. But notice what she says to everybody else. She says, "It is well." He's dead, but she says, "It is well." There's no breath in his body, but she says, "It is well." And when she got to the man of God, she began to share it. He comes home. When he gets home with her, the Bible says he goes into the house, goes up to the room, shut the door. He put his mouth to his mouth, hand to hand, feet to feet, and he breathes into the young man's body. I want to say something to us as we're celebrating Mother's Day. You ought to thank God for the mom or the mother you have or had, because they made some valuable deposits into your life. And as we honor moms, notice what she did. She went and got the man of God, and the man of God came because he was responsible for her having this child. Listen at this. Upon coming into the house, he speaks or breathes into the young boy's body, and life comes into him. Let me say this to you as a kingdom nugget. It matters who speaks over you. I want to say that again. It matters who speaks over you. If you've had a mom that spoke life into you, that would not let you live beneath your privilege, you are blessed. If you had a mom that would whoop you, chastise you, correct you when you were wrong, you are blessed. And I want to encourage you, because moms did things that they didn't have to do. Real moms went without so that we could be taken care of. As I look back even now, as I celebrate my wife, who's the mother of my children, I thank God for her. I have to honor her. But I cannot forget my mom, because she taught me so much. I didn't like it then. It didn't feel good then. But as I've aged and as I've matured, I recognize my mom had my best interest in mind. She's that one. I say this often. Friends, partners, other people will be with you when the going is smooth, but mom will be there to the end. Look at Jesus hanging on the cross. Everybody left him. The people he healed, the people he gave sight to the blind, he opened up deaf ears. Everybody walked away and left him. But there was one person that was there, and his mom was there until the very end, because there's no love like a mother's love. And I want to encourage you today, as you are tuned in for this kingdom experience, we're preparing for the Chat and Chew panel, but celebrate your mom, honor your mom. My dad used to tell me this all the time: son, one reason you ought to celebrate her is because she could have put you in a dumpster. But the fact that she allowed you to come through, you ought to be grateful. You ought to be grateful. So moms are important. They hid us when we should have been exposed. They covered us in some situations, and we have a reason to celebrate and honor our moms. I don't know where you are, and I know for so many people this is an emotional time when mom is not here, but thank God for the memories that she's left with you. Thank God for the principles that she's instilled inside of you. Be grateful. Honor her legacy by making sure you live those principles out. And I believe this with all of my heart. If you take the principles she shared and deposited into your life and apply them to yours, you will, or you would have, made your mom very proud. Honor her today. We salute all moms, and we want you to know on behalf of Kingdom Builders that we honor you, we thank God for you, and we pray that today is the best day of your life. Until then, let's keep on building. And I want you to sit back. We're getting ready to go into the Chat and Chew panel. Grab your pen, call somebody, tell them to get as close to you as they can, virtually, and let's see what the panel is all about. I love you. I'll be back in just a moment. I'm Pastor Rand. Let's keep building. Okay.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Well, greetings. I'm Pastor Milton Rand Jr., Senior Pastor of Kingdom Builders Birmingham. And I want to just say happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers. We honor you on today. And we're grateful for this opportunity to be able to come into your homes, your vehicles, wherever you may be, just to share the gospel of Jesus Christ. We're doing something a little bit different today. Since it's Mother's Day, we decided to spend this time with our loved ones, our moms, our wives, and just kind of enjoy one another. So this is our Mother's Day edition of the Chat and Chew panel. On yesterday, we had what we call Muffins with Mom. It's a pre-Mother's Day celebration service. And so I'm challenging you to go back, look at the video, like it. We pray it blesses you. But on today, give us just a little bit of Mother's Day privilege just to kind of gather some moms together that I believe are kingdom-minded and that can talk to us where we are and give us some instruction and wisdom how to navigate through these tough turmoil times that we're dealing with. I love you. I'm excited. Share the video, like the video. Let somebody know the Kingdom Experience is on, and I pray that you're blessed by what you're going to hear on this morning. We love you, and I'll be back in just a moment. Let's keep going. Listen, I'm grateful today This is our Chad and Chew panel, the Mother's Day edition. So I'm going to ask if each person would introduce themselves as we prepare to get started on today. And I'll start over here to my right. If we can just introduce ourselves to those that are watching.
I'm Minister Gail Best.
All right. Now, your mother, how many kids do you have?
I have 4.
4. What are the ages or the age range?
The age range is from, well, I have one that's deceased, and she's my oldest, and she would be in her about 45, 46 now. And so I have 2 in the 40s, 38, and 27. 28, I'm sorry, he just had a birthday.
All right.
And 28 is my youngest.
Wow. Okay, good.
Minister Kawhi Bruce.
All right, and how many kids do you have? 2. Okay, what are the ages?
23, 24.
23 and 24? Take your time. That's what it's Mother's Day. We give you some Mother's Day privileges. It's okay. You can forget the ages.
Oldest, 25, 23.
All right, so 23, 24, and 25, or what's the ages?
The oldest one is 25. The baby girl is 23.
23, all right. You get Mother's Day privilege today. It's okay. Get Mother's Day privilege. All right. And who else? Sister Mary. Come on.
My name is Mary. I have 3 kids. Gonna be 16, so 15, 10, and 6.
Wow. 15, 10, and 6. That's a big age gap there. So that's good. That's good. Come on.
Hi, my name is Minister Stephanie Freeman. I have 2 adult kids, 31 and 34. Elder Freeman and I have 7 kids total, and they range from ages 34 to 18.
Wow, that is good. I'm excited about this today. We're just going to kind of just dive in and just let it be as informal as we can. And we pray that it blesses you. If you have questions, type them in there on YouTube or Facebook Live. And if we don't get to them today, we'll get to them next time. But just share it as we go. Now, we're going to go ahead and proceed with our first question. And I believe this because the Bible tells us that iron sharpeneth iron. And so we're here just to glean from one another and try to help somebody else. But the first question that we have, and this is, I guess, for Sister Mary, what are some challenges that you face currently being a single mom? What are some challenges that you currently face being a single mom? It's up there. We want to help somebody that's out there, because I really believe that there may be some single moms that's watching. There's some that are going through, and it could be a range of reasons or challenges that they face. And I think sometimes hearing it from us, they can kind of hear and see, okay, well, maybe I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one going through this. There's somebody else that may be going through the same thing or have gone through, and they can kind of look at our lives. So whatever it is, it's up to you. Whatever challenges you face, if there aren't any, then there aren't any. Okay. All right, she's getting it together. All right, Minister KK, you've raised 2 girls that are adults now. So what are some challenges that you faced in raising them?
Balancing them.
Okay.
Teaching them right from wrong.
Okay.
Going back and forth. Want to be grown for their time.
Okay.
No help.
Now, when you talk about no help, are you talking as in no financial help? There was no father figure around? Or what do you mean?
No father figure. You know how the father side try and help in the beginning, as long as y'all together. And when y'all split up, it's no help.
You know, it's no helping. It's always criticism, and
Okay.
you know, you have to go back and forth sometimes.
Okay.
But overall, we're proud of it.
Wow. That's good. That's good. And I think that may be something that a lot of single moms have faced or face currently. As long as me and my kids' dad are together, seems like things are okay. It's okay. But the moment we split up, it's like life stops with them. And the reality is, even if we don't make it, they still have to live. They still need that support. So I can imagine that would be very challenging. Let me ask you this, not just from a financial standpoint, but we talked about balance, raising them. How was that, how challenging was it to raise two girls without having a father figure there? Or did you have brothers or dad or somebody that they could lean on? Or how did that play out?
Well, my dad, they consider my dad as father.
Okay.
And
That's good. This is what the time is all about.
Okay.
We want them to see us, raw emotions.
it was one day, I was in the house, my oldest girl, she was sad, crying. And she said, I want me a dad. I want me a dad. I want me a dad. What do you tell a child that you can't make the dad be in their space? They have a choice. And so when the kids get grown and doing positive things, they want to be in that space. And then they get mad when the kids don't want to be in that space with them. And they want to try to chase that child down.
Yeah.
But when they should have been in that space in the beginning.
Wow.
And having a relationship with their kids. And then they mad at the parent, like the parent have fed something to them. Then what I vow not to do, not to pressure my kids and tell my kids this blase. I let them grow up to see for themselves. I had times when my kids went with their father, but he didn't do right by them.
Okay.
He didn't do right by them. That's another topic.
Wow.
And I stopped them from just visiting.
Okay. So you didn't really want to keep him out of their life. It was just a matter that he wasn't instilling the same values you were instilling in them. Okay. That's different. That's understandable. But they had dad. They looked at your dad as a father, as their father. Yes. Wow. But listen again, when you jump in. How was it? Your kids grown and gone. But how was it? How was that? How big of a challenge was that? And then especially you coming from New York. So I can imagine. But how was it?
Well, for me, you know, we back in the old days, your mother would say you have to be raised them, you know, you didn't get a lot of help. You know, because back in my time, like I said, mothers, you had them, you take care of them. My mothers were strict. Okay. And that was their way of preventing us from wanting or having. I guess they figured if they didn't help, then you wouldn't have no more or want another. So I guess that was their way of teaching us. Okay. I can see it like that at that time. Okay. But now I can understand what they were saying. But thank God I did have my sisters, and so I had help. Okay. I have my sisters, it's 10 of us. So my sisters helped me. Like KK said, the dads, you know, they want to set up rules, you know, you know, like I would take, like one time I went out, I was at my mom's and I stayed out until about 11. And when I got home, my son dad was there and he wanted to fight, but talking about you kept my son out too late, you know, but you deal with a lot. And I'm like, you now, KK, give me a minute. This stuff ain't easy. struggle through, to get your children through, and you go through a lot, and the dads aren't there is really difficult. But I thank God for my sisters. I have two sisters, my sister Monica and my sister Cheryl. They helped me a lot, and so I was glad to have that help, because without it, it was hard. Because the question that you asked Mary is what I would say is difficult being a mom, y'all. And I said, give me is babysitting, working, trying to figure out how to keep, especially a babysitter, because I have, trying not to leave your child alone. I don't know, we don't want to know what BCW is, being called. And back then, you make that decision, do you leave your child?
So you left your kids at home?
No, Pastor, that ain't what I said.
I'm just asking.
I'm saying these are choices.
Okay,
and
you have to deal with.
that we have to deal with, Pastor.
Well, they're grown now. They can't come back and get you now. So they're grown.
But I think for that question, it would be the hardest being a single mom is getting a babysitter and maintaining work. Okay. Because my brothers, they were trying to help me, and they were babysit, but then sometimes they wouldn't show up, and then you had to miss work. And jobs don't want to hear that. Because half the time when they know you got kids, they don't even want to hire you, because they're thinking how much trouble, how many times a day she's going to have to leave, how many times she's going to have to run off. So jobs and them, they're thinking like that. But, it's real difficult when you try to work and you don't have a consistent babysitter. That's the hardest. Daycare get expensive, and you don't. So many things happen in daycare. You get really leery about even putting them in them. You hear so many stories. But like I said, I had help, so that was good. Like I said, my mom was going to help me because she said, you had it, you made it, take care of it. Gotcha. But thank God for sisters.
Gotcha. That's tough love. We can understand it now. It seems like it was mean, but we understand what they meant or what they were trying to prevent. So we certainly can love them and thank them for that. That was good. Mary, you were ready to jump in.
Yes, I wanted to agree with Gail and her sister KK. But with Gail, it's like with the babysitter. The only help I have is my oldest. And my mother. But she's been sick, so she helped me when she can. But I really feel like that I do be putting a lot on my oldest. But that one, she has her mother baby. So back to what Sister KK was saying about the fathers, you get what I'm saying? It do be hard when they're in the picture, everything be okay. You get what I'm saying? But when they're out the picture, it's a problem. And then like she said, you got your kids at home. Like my 6-year-old, she always asking for her father. My son, he growing up now to the point where he like, okay, I miss my dad, but if he don't come, he don't come. But when it comes to the baby girl, she's constantly asking for her dad, because that's all she knows. So it do be kind of hard, you get what I'm saying, with getting help. So I go to work every day. I'm only out 2 days a week, and sometimes I'm getting caught being on my office. So I kind of feel where you was coming from, and I felt where Gail was coming from with the babysitting situation and not having help. But you had help, you had your sister, them. I only have my oldest and my mother, which she can do it. But overall, I only have my oldest. So I thank God for my oldest daughter. I thank God for all my children. But the oldest, that's going to make sure her mom's straight. And when I tell you, I love her. But yeah, with the daddies, I really feel like should nobody have to pressure them into being in their child life. But when the kids are so young, like you said, don't plant nothing in their head saying your daddy is this, your daddy is that. You let them grow, like you said, they got older. You let them grow up to see, well, I didn't have to badmouth your daddy or none of his folks. You gonna see it. But for you to have a 6-year-old keep crying to you every night. Now this is the truth. It's always she want her daddy. I don't know years he came back, it was like he was never gone. But now that he's gone again, it's back hard on me because she's not getting the letter she was getting, the drawing she was getting. She get calls. He do call every now and then. But half of the time he calls, I'm at work. But yeah, just to hear a small child cry out for their father when they know they got their mama's gonna be there. Your daddy can leave the day of tomorrow, but you got your mama. You get what I'm saying? My biological mama and daddy is dead, well deceased. But the lady that raised me is my great aunt, so that's my mother. You get what I'm saying? So I thank God for her too. But yeah, it is hard out here. You know what I'm saying? Going to work and like she said, you got the job at wondering when she gonna have to leave, this and that. It be a lot, but it's always that one person you can count on. And that is my mom. And my daughter, I would say, if she can do it, she'll do it. So yeah, I agree.
That's good.
Then we make excuses from them.
Okay.
No, we feed excuses for so long.
Yes.
But they burn out though. They burn out.
And this, you're talking about for the kids wanting to see their fathers. Okay. Now, I think both of y'all, I think everybody so far have said something similar, or the consensus is the same. Consensus, and that is, even when they're crying out for their dads, or wanting that male role model, their father there, we don't say anything negative. Now, let me say this, because I think that's vitally important. That's vitally important. Here is why I believe this with all of my heart, that because adults, we love sometimes horizontally. We love like this. But kids see that love with parents differently. I don't know what's going on with you and mom. I don't know what's going on with you and dad, but I don't get that, because their love is different. Their love is totally different. They're not involved in a lot of what we go through. And one of the things I really respect and love about moms genuinely is that they know, good moms that understand the importance of protecting their children's emotions, protecting them, sometimes to their own detriment, to their own hurt. Whereas I could really let my daughter, let my son know how their dad really is, I'd rather protect them, because they see them as Superman. They see them as the hero, and that's a great thing. Now, I love something Minister KK said, and that is, when they're instilling certain values that go against what I'm teaching, I pull them back. But I'm not going to badmouth them. I'm not going to talk about them, because as they get older, they'll see for themselves. And I think that's one of the major mistakes that a lot of young ladies and moms make, and that is dogging the father out in front. And all it does is sometimes make that young child or that young baby wants to be with them more. And then as they grow older, they'll start resenting the mom because you're trying to keep me away from something. They're trying to figure out why. And so that's very important to grow up and nurture them in a way where we protect them, but at the same time, when they get older, we're not trying to hinder them from developing that relationship. And then in some cases, they'll grow up and realize, you know what, Mom, I'm glad we didn't go around as much. Dad hadn't changed. Well, I wanted to tell you this when you were 5, but I couldn't. I didn't want to mess it up. Maybe he would have changed. So I really value moms that know how to balance that. And that has to be tough, because keeping your own personal feelings and what we went through to the side for the sake of the health and wellness of my child or children, that's major. That's major. Hats off to the moms that can do it and do it well. But that's good. That's good. That was some of the challenges. I pray that it's blessing you, some of the challenges. And then to say this, you're not by yourself. You're not the only one that's going through similar things or have gone through. But that's good. That's good. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. And this is for Minister KK, Minister Stephanie, as well as Minister Gail. With your children being adults now, how difficult was it raising them? And did you have help? Now, I think we've answered some of the did you have help, a couple of them. But how difficult? We'll start. We hadn't heard from Minister Stephanie. We'll start with her. How difficult was it raising them? And did you have help? And then we'll go over to Minister KK and Minister Gail.
I wouldn't say it was really difficult.
Okay.
Because I had two of the best well, I had my son is 34, my daughter is 31, so I had my son first and my daughter. So,
Okay.
My son, they're real responsible, real respectful children,
That's good.
real obedient,
Okay.
and they did. You can say, I'm gonna tell your mama. Oh, please don't tell my mom.
Okay.
So, it wasn't really difficult at all.
Okay.
And I did have a support system. I did have a lot of help.
That's good.
So
That's
that
good.
helped. That was a lot.
That's good.
I had help on both sides. The father side and the mother side.
Okay.
My side. So it wasn't difficult at all.
That's good. That's good. I love that
Thank
support
God.
system. And they were respectful. That is a blessing. That's a blessing. That's that what you call that reverential respect
Yes.
for mom. That's good. That's good. Minister KK, how difficult?
Well, long as they was in high school, I didn't have a problem with them.
Okay.
Across the stage.
Okay.
But when they got introduced to the real world,
Uh-oh.
the people all in their ear, children raised like that,
Mm-hmm.
it's been challenging. It's been very challenging, especially with my oldest daughter.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you think it was because you protected them so well?
Yeah.
Or, and I think this is getting into a question we're going to ask a little while.
Yes.
Or was it that they, let me say this, were they sheltered too much, or did they not appreciate being covered like that? Which one was
I
it?
sheltered them too much.
Okay.
I should have allowed them to see more, be around different people.
Okay.
You know how when we was coming up, we saw a lot of stuff,
Okay.
and we want to shelter our kids
Okay.
from having to deal with this or, endure what we endured.
Okay.
And it got to the point, I sheltered my kids. And,
Okay.
it's the fault that I made. I sheltered my kids.
Okay. Okay. All right, Mr. Gail, what do you think?
I thank God. Like I said, I had my children now. I got some good kids, so I thank God for that. Toya was no problem raising, I feel like with Toya, she raised me because she was the child that woke me up and asked, "You going to school?" She'd stand over the bed. "Mom, we going to school? You go to school?" So difficulties only came for me, like I said, when I had some great kids. My kids are good. All my kids wasn't raised together either, so I had 4 children, but they wasn't all in the same house at the same time.
Okay.
So I was blessed to be able to just about one-on-one with my children, because they wasn't all in the same, brought up all in the same household.
Oh, wow.
So I guess my difficulties and what I go through today is how tight they are.
Okay. Okay.
And, being that they weren't all in the same house. That was
Wow.
my
They were
difficulties.
raised in different homes. You had that one-on-one relationship with them, but now they're closer.
Than ever.
Wow. What do you attribute that to then?
God.
God.
I do, because 2 of my kids were raised by their dad.
Okay.
I can say I raised James fully. James is the only one I think I raised totally. My son Roger was brought up by his dad. They've been through a lot. We've been through a lot.
Okay.
And so I say God because we've been through a lot.
Okay.
Because they wasn't in the same household.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to the dads. Y'all know the dads, no help, and them acting up. And I did have a couple of violent, abusive. I had an abusive relationship. So, but in all, God brought me through with them. And like I said, I had to fight for some of my kids, and it's just really hard. But like I said, my kids are beautiful. They wasn't all raised in the same house at the same time. But now, today, God has brought all of them together, all of us together.
That's good.
And like I said, we all been through. My kids and me, some stuff. But by the grace of God, my God, God is good.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
I remember the first time I had all 4 of them together in the house.
Okay.
And
it was just a blessing that I knew it was God. And like I said, I thank God for my kids because they're beautiful kids. And they're doing good. And they love each other. Raising my sons are in the heart. And always worried about Joe Gilliam. So growing up, they wasn't. But now, and they're not even in the same state. They're close and they love each other. But like I said, by the grace of God, everything for me and my kids, it was just God.
That's good. That's good. Let me ask this question here. How is, and I know your kids are grown. And Sister Mary's dealing with this now, but let me ask you this: how is raising kids now different than when you raised your kids? Now, this will be for everybody except Sister Mary. But what do you, I mean, just even looking at it from the outside or retrospective, how is raising kids now different than when you raised your kids? And we'll start with Minister Stephanie. How is it?
Wow, it is totally different now.
Okay.
It was a day and time, well, when I was raising my kids, like I said before, we said, hey, I'm going to tell your mom, and they'll get in compliance. Or either you can just tell them, hey, sit down, don't do this or don't do that, and they obey, they're obedient. Fast forward to today, you're kind of skeptical about saying anything to anybody's children because if the children don't obey, if their children don't obey you, then the parents are going to pressure you out for saying something to the children.
Wow.
So you can't, like I said, you're skeptical about saying stuff to people's children now. And they say it takes a village to raise a child. It does, but you just have to be careful of what you say and what you do with other people's children. So it's totally different now. When they listening back then, they don't listen as much now.
That's good. Good. Let's get, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? How is it?
It's awful. Real talk.
Okay.
Kids these days, they don't care, they cuss around you, tell you what they ain't gonna do, just like that. What they gonna do, you don't tell me what to do. When my kids was growing up, I ain't play the radio.
Okay.
I used to be all
hold on, say it again, You ain't play what?
The radio. I did with my kids.
Okay.
They didn't care who they like. I did with mine.
Okay.
But these kids, man, because you can't say nothing to them. You don't know they carry guns and everything now. It's awful.
So let me ask this, because nowadays it seems like, it's just perception, it seems like kids nowadays have more than some of us had when we were growing up. They have the latest name brand, everything. I don't know, maybe y'all have, did you have the latest name brand? Okay. So most of us didn't have the latest name brand stuff. I never forget this, and I talk about it often, especially in elementary school. I told my mom I wanted some Air Nikes. And I wanted some Air Nikes. And my mom went to, I don't know what store it was, but she went and bought me some all-black British Knights. K-N-I-G-H-T-S. And when she brought them, I cried. I said, Mom, what are these? I can't wear these. And she said, boy, those, you said you wanted Knights, them Knights. I said, Nike is not Knights. And my dad took a marker and drew the Nike thing. And I can draw it on there for you if you want. You know, and I hated it. It was embarrassing, you know, then. But now it's like the smaller they are, the younger they are, the more things that they have. But it's like the more disrespectful some are. And so, you know, trying to figure out how, you know, those that, and I think it goes back to something I heard someone say, people live better with less. For instance, be honest, if we really be honest, our grandparents and parents were healthier without insurance. They weren't blessed with the privilege of being able to go inside of a hospital all the time. But they were healthier as opposed to now having insurance, being able to pay co-pays and so forth. So why do you think that is? The more they have, the less appreciative they are. And it shows. Why do you think that is?
They just become entitled.
Entitled.
Yes.
Entitled.
Sometimes if If you don't, if you reward your children, that's a different thing. But if you constantly give into them, they don't appreciate it. It comes too easy. They don't appreciate anything. So you have to instill values, morals in your children, and don't give them everything. Entitlement.
That's good. That's good. This leads to this leads to the next one, as it relates to us, what we look like now versus then. And I want to start with Sister Mary with this, and that is this: what decisions have you made while raising your children? Be honest. This is all. We just made up. We're trying to help somebody that you would do differently if you can go back and do it all over again. Whether it's a single decision you made or some, what decision or decisions have you made that if you could go back, you would do it differently? You wouldn't make the same decision when it comes to something. And we'll start with Sister Mary. She's the youngest. We'll start with her. Hers, it ought to be quick, fresh on your mind.
Quick. What I do is the decision I made. I done put things and people before my kids.
Okay.
And I had to go back and change it.
Okay.
So I would do that different. Stop putting, how, like they said, you want to go out there in the real world. When I was growing up, I couldn't be out there like this, but I still, but yeah.
Okay.
But I would do that different, because I done put a lot of things and a lot of people before my kids. Okay. So I really had to wake up, because being a single parent, being on your own,
that's good.
I've been on my own since 2010, haven't been back home, and here I go in 2020. Thank God.
Wow.
Still haven't been back home.
Wow. That's
so
good.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had to learn that my kids and God always come first.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Mr. KK, what decision? What decision?
I would have gave my kids less.
Okay.
I always felt, make sure kids have a fix, and they went to school decent, and it was a time, I got to see it. It was a time when I went into a thrift store.
Okay.
And took my kids.
Uh-oh.
My baby girl always been grateful. She's always been grateful. But my oldest girl goes in there, just look, you know how you can find good stuff till you still on. She didn't want that. So I said, okay, then that's fine. So I goes to Cato's. We in the store. Mama, I want this. You ain't finna get that. I'm not finna buy it because she was ungrateful. It goes back to when you people in your ear and you forgetting what your raising was. And that becomes a problem. And just like right now, my oldest girl graduated in 2014. We had a dispute in 2014. We stopped talking. So I used my baby girl to always be talking. Such and such today, we talking, I always stayed in contact, but I had to keep that from her hand. And overall today, we talked.
That's good. That's good.
It took a lot of praying, a lot of fast, and a lot of just staying home. It's times that, we won't just blur out and be like, I'm your enemy. It wasn't me. I got one more thing to say, Pastor. Okay. And what I would love for my kids to do is not sell because you didn't have. Know the difference in the right and wrong. Don't just sell just because. That's all I can say.
That's good. That's good. Minister Gates, that's good. That's good. You can go back and do something different with your grown kids. What would you do different? What decision have you made that you kind of said, you know what, if I can go back, I'd do this different?
Oh, my kids would have been home with me. I would have
you would have kept them all with you.
Yeah, I would have kept them all with me.
That's good. That's good.
I learned that children love, you have when you're raising your kids, you want to be the best to your kids. You want to be their hero. You want to be everything for them and to them. And raising my kids, I didn't have a lot of self-esteem.
Okay.
I always felt anybody else was better than I was for them. And I wanted them to have the best.
Okay.
And I always thought it was always somebody else.
Okay.
But I learned that children, they just want their mama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I guess by knowing that, I just really would have kept my children to
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Let me ask you this. Name one mistake that you made that you would like to prevent your children from making. We'll start over here. Mr. Stephen. One mistake. Name a mistake or mistakes that you all have made that you would like to prevent your child or children from making.
Well, I made the mistake of not getting me purchasing a house at such a young age. I felt like had I bought me a house when I was younger, and I when I could afford it, I would be finished paying for it by now.
Wow, wow.
So, we're supposed to leave our children heritage, and I would have had something to leave them.
Wow.
So now that I'm older, now I'm getting a house now, but I would have been finished paying for it by now.
Wow. Well, I hope somebody's taking note of this. Taking note of this, especially if you're young. Listen, learn from our mistakes. Learn from our mistakes. That is good. That is good. What else? All right, let's start. Come on, Mrs. Mary. You still got time. You're small. 16, 15. What mistakes you made that you would want to prevent them from making?
I don't want to call it a mistake.
Okay.
Because my oldest is not a mistake.
All right.
But I did have her at 14.
Okay.
So what I would say to the young girls, just wait.
That's good. That's good.
Like I said, I don't regret my baby. I thank God for it. Lord knows I do. That's my heart there.
Yeah.
But I would tell everybody to wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just wait.
That's good. That's good. That's right. You're right. You're right. That's good. This is real. We're trying to help somebody.
We're trying to help somebody.
So while you get it together, because we want to give you a chance to make it PG.
I got it.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Only...
Now listen, if y'all don't know, her daughter is sitting out here. So her youngest daughter is sitting out here. So it is what it is. So go ahead.
Drugs.
All right.
I would have never used drugs.
Okay.
Saying no to drugs.
Okay.
No matter how good it make you feel.
But
saying no to drugs.
Okay. That's good. That's good. That is good. Let's again. If there's one or two things or whatever. What would you like to prevent your kids from doing?
They kind of do what I did. My kids I guess to me, education is very important.
Okay.
So I want them all to walk across the stage, get their education.
Wow.
It means a lot.
Wow.
In today's society.
Yeah.
I got my GED by the grace of God, I'll tell you.
Okay.
And so it's not easy. And I tell James this all the time. I tell him, when our mamas and them was growing up, they didn't need high school diplomas and stuff because they knew after they grew up and mama and daddy needed, so they didn't ask for no kind of things.
Yeah.
Now, as time go on, they ask for more. You know what I'm saying? So back then they ain't need nothing. Then as time came on, they asked you, did you have a GED, but you didn't have to produce it. Now, they want that GED and they want everything else up, face, in person. They don't want to hear you lost it. They don't want. Now you have to show.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So education is important because the days are all now more on your education than body strength. Because back in the day, we used strength more than education.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we helped around the house. You did the fields. You did what you did. But I didn't. Like, got my GED, like I said, by the grace of God. Like I said, I would want them to get their education. Toya is beyond herself, but I would like my boys to get their high school diploma, go back to school, do some college, whatever. But I would love to
push education.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good. That's good. And we're standing on the shoulders of our parents and grandparents, those that laid the foundation. So the reality is, our kids should do better than us because they have our shoulders to stand on, our mistakes to stand on and be able to kind of overlook. So they should do better. And that's something that all of us are saying, which resonates because my grandparents didn't have formal education like that, but they instilled some principles in their kids. And so they have kids that are millionaires. They can't walk around and say, well, I did this. No. Mom and dad put something in you, some drive, some principles that cause you to reach further. So they still have to go back to the root of it. So you're absolutely right. I think everybody is saying it in our own different perspective of what it is we would like to. Let's lighten it up a little bit. Let's lighten it up a little bit. I like this one here. Which one of your kids? We all have multiple kids. The only one that's going to be in trouble is Minister KK because one of her daughters is in here now. So it is what it is. Which one of your children would move you in with them if your health declined? Here's the second part. Which one of your children would put you in a nursing home if your health declined? Let's start with Minister Gail. Which one will put you in, move you in with them first? Be honest. Talk loud in the mic. Be honest.
I can be honest. Because like I said, me and my kids have been through a lot. We are
Who will put you in the nursing home?
Really tight. So, and you know what? I have already lived with 2 of my children.
All right. So which one will put you in the nursing home?
I don't think they would put me in a nursing home. I think they would all try. If, you know, according to how difficult I am and what my medical situation is.
Okay.
So I believe all my kids will take me. They kind of already did it before the sickness. Because I've stayed, like I said, I stayed with Jane, I stayed with Toya.
Okay.
The only person I stayed with was my son Roger. But so I know they would take me in if I needed help. Now, like I said, the medical condition, I guess it depends. But I believe all of them would. Okay.
Neither one of them would put you in a nursing home.
Like I said, they would try first. I mean, to see if they could do it.
Okay.
Before I believe they just throw me in a nursing home.
All right. Now you're saying they. Which one?
Like I said, Pastor, I think all my kids would take me in.
All right, that's good. Now, which one would let you live with them? You say all of them would. Oh, that's good. Minister Gail will have the best kids on this side of heaven. Or she's fooling herself. I don't know. No, I believe you. I believe you. Come on, Minister Gail. Which one of your daughters would put you in a nursing home?
Well, in my opinion,
they're feeding you, you're taking the plate, throwing it across the room.
Okay.
Which one gonna deal with that? Which one gonna put you in the nursing home?
my baby girl gonna deal with that.
Okay. She'll move you in with her, the baby girl.
She'll move me in.
All right. Now, you're not saying it because she's sitting here. Okay, all right.
But that old girl, y'all. I just got to pray. That's God help me keep my strength in health.
Come on, Sister Mary. Which one will put you in the nursing home? Which one gonna put you in the nursing home?
If it came down to it, I think my son will put me in the nursing home. and the reason I say that is because I'm not gonna say he don't have time, but his mind is set to be this. Don't be offended, but he want to play football for Alabama. So he gonna be too busy, like out there. So that's his dream, though. So he want to play for Alabama. So I feel like if it came down to it, and he probably would put me in a nice nursing home.
It's a nice one.
He'll make sure that they take good care of me too. But the person that would keep me, to be honest, I think both my girls would keep me.
Okay.
But that oldest.
The oldest.
I think she'll keep you Nene.
Okay. All
So
right.
Nene probably want to do her own thing too.
Okay.
They all love the same, but hey, it was
All right, Minister Stephanie, it's on you.
Wow.
Which one gonna move you in with them?
I would say my daughter, and that's only because she's in healthcare, so she would know how to take care of me.
Okay.
My son will put me in a nice nursing
A
home.
nice one. Well, you gotta have security to get in there.
Camera in the room.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let me ask this, and I want to start here. In closing, and be honest with this. In closing, what would you say to a child or children today that think that their parents either don't like them? You know how kids get when they get around themselves. They don't like them, they don't understand them, or they just don't want them to have fun. What would you say to today's kids or a child that would say that to you? You're passing by and you hear them talking. Listen, my mom don't understand me. My mom just don't like me. She just don't want me to have fun. What would you say to a child or a teenager if you passed by and heard that, you had an opportunity to talk to them? And we'll start with Minister KK. What would you say?
I came to realize, because I dealt with situations close to it, I came to realize that the parent only know how to do what they know how to do the best they know how to do. And I've had some separation between me and my mom, the differences what people have. And, sometimes people have to deal with self first in order to conquer it all. And I was always going back and forth with my mom. Let me keep it real. Always. And I just came to realize that people know how to do only what they know how to do.
Okay.
And if I want to make it better, I have to do it.
Okay. Wow, that's good. That's good advice. That's good advice. Sister Mary, what advice would you tell somebody that tells you, my mom just don't like me, she don't understand me, or she just don't want me to have fun? What would you tell them?
Well, I have one girl that works at Walmart with me.
Okay.
And she talks to me, she texts me.
Okay.
She said that I'm like a mother to her.
Okay.
But what I tell her, because she feel like that, you know what I'm saying, her parents don't love her, this and that.
Wow.
She's 16.
Wow.
I didn't know you could work at Walmart at 16, but yeah, she's 16.
Wow.
But I tell her all the time, I just tell her to pray. Because I grew up in church, but then I faded away from church. So now I'm back in church. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to try to plant the seed into you. And you know what I'm saying? Because she don't go to church either.
Okay.
But I would tell them that your parents do love you. Even though we might not see it. Because as I was growing up, I was told that my birth mother didn't love me because of what she did to me. But I don't want to say hate, but I kind of like they said, when you have that person in your ear telling you this and telling you that, and you kind of like soak that in. But as I got older, I realized that my mother did love me, even though she did what she did. My father did love me, even though he let my mother do what she did. But it's just, you live and you learn. You get what I'm saying? Don't hate your parents for what they're not doing, because they're keeping you from something. Because they done went through something and they trying to prevent it from you doing it. So don't look at it as bad, because out here in the real world and out here in the streets, it's hard. So just don't look at it as a bad thing when your parents don't allow you to do something. It's a reason behind everything. So just still love your parents unconditionally. Because like I said, my birth mother and daddy is deceased. But I still love them to this day. So when nobody gonna take that from me, so yeah.
Wow.
It's all good.
Wow. Minister Steph, what would you say?
I think we all felt, as children, I think we all pretty much felt this way time or two. And partly because we can't do what we want to do. And our parents are trying to prevent us from making mistakes and causing ourselves some problems. Because Trouble is easy to get into and hard to get out of.
Yes. Yes.
So your parents do love you.
Mm-hmm.
They may not understand, and communication is the key.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say start off by telling them to communicate more, talk to them, let them know what's up, where you're coming from, and just keep an open line of communication with your parents.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Don't forget. What would you tell them?
Well, I agree, because like she said, most of us probably felt that way. And I know my mother, she has 10 and I was number 9. I felt when she got down there, she ran out of love.
The love for the
I was number 9. I missed it. So I felt like that. But then KK said what somebody told me as I got older and just going through helping, I did all kinds of little programs, so going through all those little programs, I heard somebody say that to me. Somebody said that our mothers and our parents teach us only what they were taught and what they knew. You know what I'm saying? So they did the best that they had within them and what they were taught and how they were raised. And I think that helped me, hearing that. So I would just tell the children and tell them that, like you said, your mother love you, and sometimes she get busy or whatever, but, she loves you, and to just listen, because she's trying to get you, keep you safe, and just tell them that, you're loved, so, because that's important to know, because for a child, that's devastating to think your mom or your dad don't care. That's really devastating, and I think it affects how you grow up, too, how you treat yourself, because I used to think, oh, my mom don't love me, I'm going out here and I'm going to do this. I'm supposed to be hurting her now. You know what I'm saying? If I go out there and I get all beat up or something, you know what I'm saying? So when you think, you're trying to get your mother's attention or whatever, because they don't love you, so you be doing little things, but it winds up back on you. You know what I'm saying? So I would just tell them, if you feel that way, tell your mom. Ask her, because back then we was meant to be seen, but not heard. We couldn't ask questions. Okay. Today's children, some of the questions they ask, I'd be like, sir, my mama didn't allow all the questions that the children ask today. Okay. But, I would just tell the child, your mom love you, and to talk. Sometimes, maybe I should have said something to my mom. Like, maybe if I said, Mom, hey, Mom, you don't love me, said something, So, ask them, do you talk to your moms about it? Have you mentioned it? Excuse me, got a little chill. I would ask them, talk to your moms. I would definitely tell them to talk. Talk to your sister, talk to your brother, talk. Ask questions, ask mom. You could, look, today's world, you could the children are allowed to talk, so they can ask them kind of questions. Back then, it was, like I said, in my time, we were meant to be seen and not heard, so it was a little more difficult to talk to our parents. So I couldn't say that. But with the options that children have today, where they can talk to their parents, talk to your moms, ask questions, talk to your sister, your brother. Because if not, you wind up doing little things. I did things, called myself trying to get my mom's attention. You know what I'm saying? But it was messing up me, my life, and what I was doing. So I would definitely, please talk, ask a question. Because if I'd have just said something, if I'd have told my sister or my brothers, I don't think mom loved me, what's up with that? You know what I'm saying? I probably could have got some help. And like I said, then for little girls, you go out looking for love in all the wrong places. And there's not a lot of other downfalls. So I would definitely tell a child, talk, please ask questions, please. It's important.
Any last comments before we leave? Any last comments? Any last statements you would like to make before we leave? Listen, I want to say this. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. As you can see, I'm sure you've witnessed that there are a variety of different scenarios. We've all been where you are. Maybe not myself. Maybe not all of us together collectively, but somebody. I pray something was said that ministered to you right where you are. You're not by yourself. And if there's ever a time, we really need to embrace our moms, those mother figures, because sometimes we mother children that we didn't birth. Believe it or not, sometimes it happens that way. And we have a responsibility as children, and that is to honor and obey them. I want to say this as we close, because this has been a blessing even for me, just to hear the responses, the genuineness. that came and flowed, the wisdom that came through even on this morning. As parents, and I want to say this to children that are growing up, everything you're thinking, every feeling that you have, every emotion, I promise you, all of us have felt that. We've all thought the same thing at some point in time. But just because you're thinking it or you're feeling it, I want you to know your parents have your best interest at heart. I want to say that to you. Well, you know, Pastor Rand, you don't know, my dad is an alcoholic. You know, mom is strung out on drugs. She's never at home. Here is the thing. You don't know what they were dealing with before you. It has nothing to do with you. Sometimes there are conditions that they were dealing with before you. And so you have to take that in consideration. And as you grow, as you mature, my prayer is that your heart is not hard and that you will allow the opportunity and welcome that opportunity when the time is right, when you can come together and reason and just talk. Here is how I know mom loves you, because she could have aborted you. She could have. She could have aborted you. But the fact that she had you, even if you were put up for adoption, she went through 9 months just to bring you here. And for that, we owe her honor and we owe her respect. So this has been our edition of the Chat and Shoot Mother's Day edition style. And I pray that you were blessed. There's some pictures that will be scrolling in just a moment of some of our moms, some of our daughters, our children, some of our families. And it's just a wonderful day to tell somebody that you love them, that you care about them, that they mean the world to you. So take this moment, seize the opportunity to let your mom, your grandmother, and auntie, let somebody know how important they are to you. And until next time, listen, I have enjoyed myself this morning. We pray it was a blessing to you. Congratulations once again this week to the healthcare and first responder, Sister Monica Rabazi. She was the winner of the $25 gas card and lunch on KBB. Elder Freeman announced that on Wednesday night, and so we certainly want to honor her again. And then our KBB Bless Me winner. Today is Mother's Day, so we couldn't just do it one time. We did it twice, so we doubled down on today. And today our KBB Bless Me recipient is Sister Carolyn Rembert, who's at home watching right now. So we honor her. She's a mom, but it's her time, as well as one of our members all the way in Douglasville, Georgia. That's right, Sister Stephanie Smith. Amen. We have 2 KBB Bless Me winners today for the $50. So we honor you, ladies, honor you, moms. Pray that this is a great day for you all. We celebrate you all, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve as senior pastor. We love you. Listen, go in peace. Enjoy your day today, and happy Mother's Day from myself and Kingdom Builders. We love you, and we look forward to seeing you again Wednesday night. I'll be on tomorrow for the midday motivation at 12 noon. But Wednesday night Bible study, I'm looking forward to it. Tune in and help share and like the video. We love you, and until then, let's keep building.
Wow. Listen, I pray that you were as blessed as we were today. This was a little bit different, but you know, you ought to know that you can expect something different when it comes to Kingdom Builders. You just never know what to expect. From Shirley Caesar to Carrie Underwood to Tupac Shakur, wherever you fall on the spectrum, I pray that you were blessed today. And the central message we really want to give is this. Moms, you are loved and you are special. But without the love of a mother, I really believe that this world would be more chaotic than it already is. But it's moms. You're not only the wind beneath our wings, but you're the glue that keeps the family together. And we're grateful for every mother, wherever you are. Maybe you're one of the ones that said, well, Pastor Ian, I really wasn't there for my mom, or I hadn't really been there for my kids. Listen, you're special. You're special. We thank God for you, wherever you are. We thank God for you in your life. Here's what we talked about on yesterday, that moms, like Moses' mom, know when to release us to the world. And sometimes in releasing us, they have to trust us to God. That's tough, because when you love like a mother, you love hard. Think about that. As soft and as gentle as a mother's touch is, they are just as hard and firm when it comes to their love. Jesus' mom watches him die on a cross and can't do anything about it, but she's there until the very end. It's that same mother's hand. I never will forget the times that I've been sick and head hurt. All I wanted to do was just lay in my mom's lap, and just to have her rub my head made things okay. It's the touch that a mom has in her hand. There's healing, I believe, in a mother's hand. There's healing in a mother's word, in mother's words. And so we're grateful. We honor you today, and we thank God for every deposit you made into our lives. It is our desire as children to live up to the potential that our moms have placed over us. And if we can do that, I really believe that we'll make our moms proud. Wherever you are, if your mom is not around, thank God for her life and her legacy, and do everything you can to make your mom proud. I'm Pastor Milton Red Jr. This has been Chat and Chew Mother's Day edition at Kingdom Builders. I pray that it bless you, and I'm looking forward to building with you again. Do this for me. Join me tomorrow morning, Monday, at 12 noon for midday motivation. That's right. Give me about 5 minutes of your time to give you a motivational nugget on tomorrow at 12 noon. Once again, as we leave, congratulations to Sister Monica Ravasi. That's right. She's one of our healthcare and first responders. She's the recipient of the $25 gas card as well as lunch on KBB. And then we want to congratulate our very own Sister Stephanie Smith. That's right, one of our members in Georgia for the KBB Bless Me, as well as Sister Carolyn Rimber. We are honored. We thank God for the opportunity to honor you on this your day. We love you all, and from my wife to you, and from my wife, Lady Angela Wren, who's affectionately known as the fragrance of the house, to you, happy Mother's Day. Love you all, and always remember Mama. Let's go.
She gave, kneeling by her bedside, I can still hear Mama say, the people are depending on you, Shirley, don't you let them down. I remember Mama in a happy way. It might seem empty, but it was more than